welcome to the Bush Block Homestead. Well, it's a muggy day today. Had a storm go through last night, so it's not real comfortable today. It's about, I'd say about 32 degrees Celsius at the moment and probably 80% humidity. Anyway, see what we're up to. We're starting to seal the floors. You can see I've already done one container. I'm actually painting it with that bitumen based paint that I used on the roof of the containers. Well, there we go, you can see what I've done so far with that bitumen based paint. I've done the floor and started to come up the sides. The paint I'm using is actually a water based paint. It's a bitumen rubber paint. Works out at good value because you actually use it 1-to-1 with water, so 4 litres actually makes 8 litres of paint. It's very thick. Like makes a waterproof membrane, rust proofing, doesn't have much odour. So yeah, I think it's a good product to use. Anyway, that's what we're using. So I've already done the one floor. It dries pretty quick. So I've checked the floor out. I do have some repair to do here. Just at the entry of this container, all this plywood's all peeling up, so I'll pull all that off and see after I replace a section of plywood, or I can just fill it with the floor leveler. I should be able to just peel that off, I think. Okay, also today we're looking at battens for the walls to line it. Originally I was thinking of using pine, but I would have to use treated pine because this place is very thick with termites. There's a few termite hills around, and I know over the road they've had termite problems, so that's the advantage of working in metal. So what I was going to use square tubing, but it worked out too expensive, so I've ended up getting some of this, and it's a metal sealing batten. I just got a sample of it to try it. It's fairly thin and pretty cheap. So basically I was looking at putting it along the wall at different distances and see if I could tack weld it. So it is doubled over on the edge, so I was thinking if I could have the welder on a light setting, tack that to the wall, and then the internal wall will screw to that. And that'll give us a bit of thickness for insulation on the inside. As far as the internal wall goes, I was thinking of ply, but now I think I'm going to go back and use plasterboard. It works out a lot cheaper than ply, and should come up pretty nice. So this is that bitumen based paint. You can see this is the watered down, it's into a paintable consistency. That's 50-50 with the bitumen paint and water. And this is some that hasn't been watered down, so you can see how thick that is. Very thick. Doesn't have much odour. It's an Australian made product. Yeah, and has lots of uses. I've only sort of come across it in the last couple of months, and that works out at good value. Okay, I just thought I'd show you one of the main reasons why we're working in metal and not using timber framing. So I just pick up this timber pallet that's been sitting on the ground, that the iron's been sitting on, and you will see that's the reason: white ants or termites. This place is crawling with them. You can see how they've eaten into this timber pallet. And that's one of the reasons why we did choose to build in steel shipping containers. You can see plenty more of them over here too. I'll definitely have to do something around this area to get rid of them, just around the building, because we do have a timber floor that is treated. That's why we've built up off the ground, because of termites and groundwater. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're building with shipping containers, because of them things. Here's something interesting I've just noticed. It's been about an hour since I've moved the timber pallets I had here. And now we have swarms, if you can pick it up, of black ants coming in and actually attacking the termites. And they're actually killing them and carrying them off. There are thousands of these black ants come into this termite nest where the pallet was and basically raiding the nest, going in and killing them. So yeah, I've never seen that before. I just thought something interesting. Actually coming and stealing their eggs and killing off the white ants. Hey everyone, we're just sitting in the bus at the moment. We've got a bit of a storm coming through. Just waiting for the rain to clear. Just been painting, got the floors all finished. It's inside the old rig. What's she got on it? 629,000 kilometres. It's an old ex-Brisbane city bus. 83 model man, I think. So yeah, we're just waiting for this rain to clear. Just a little storm going through. And then hopefully I can get the welder out and see if I can put that piece of metal on the wall. See if I can weld it. I'm just looking in the containers to see how these metal battens will go. We're putting these horizontally across the wall. I'll be probably using 5 individual battens, and that'll give me a spacing of around 600mm gap. It's basically only there to, well, make a gap for the insulation and to hold the sheeting for the wall. I've got a bit of a problem here. The wall is, I don't know if it'll show up, dinted in. So I've got a big bulge out there. Just so happens this happens to be the wardrobe section, so it won't actually matter that much coming off the bedrooms. So I'll be able to hide that in the wardrobe anyway. All the other containers look alright as far as dents go. So yeah, as long as I can weld this stuff, of course. I can't try it out today due to the weather. Still storms hanging about and I don't want to be running power leads from the generator and start pouring down rain. Looks like it's about to start to rain again. Well, here we are inside the 3 containers. I've just finished painting the floors. Doesn't look like I'll be doing any welding today. This rain looks set in and storms are hanging around, so just looks like a day of painting today. I've got all that, the walls now moved over onto the pallets, the internal walls that I've cut out. So actually be enough there to make it a shed or something out of, which we'll need to do to house the inverter and batteries for the solar power system. And also some awnings for the windows. We were thinking of getting wind out windows that are hinged at the top so we can open them while it's raining. But yeah, sliding windows are easier and cheaper to come by, so if we get sliders we'll probably put awnings above them so you can have the windows open while it's raining. So yeah, there's a good stack of steel there. So yeah, definitely should be able to make a shed out of it as well. Don't know if I'll make a basic frame out of 2-inch box section and then sheet it all with that, or just use that itself with no boxing. It might be easier with using box section, so I'll probably go that way. So I think that's about it for the day. Got the painting done in here, 1 coat, and the other 2 containers I'll probably do a 2nd coat. but not today. I've been painting all day, so this weather looks set in, which is actually pretty good. The ground was getting a bit dry, and yeah, there's been high fire danger lately in this hot weather, so these afternoon storms are good just to wet the ground and green everything back up. Righto then, we'll catch you next time on Bush Block Homestead. See ya.